Good morning, everybody. It is the 24th of January. We're still on the RBLI challenge, Royal British Legion Tommy 10k. Smashed the 10k out on first day at challenge of the month, so that we're over and done with. So any that I do now is just sort of additional progress towards the challenge itself, and keeping the support for our UK veterans alive with the charity. So today I am at Dovedale in Derbyshire, just outside of Ashbourne town centre, and behind, just through this tree line, you might be able to see a rather big molehill, and that molehill is called Thorpe Cloud, and today I need to get to the top of it because I have to deliver a very important message to somebody. So I'm going to get in some kit, get ready, and I'm going to take you on a journey with me. So welcome back to Veterans Mess UK. Let's get stuck in. Right, so let me run you through kit. I will apologise now for any wind. We have got a massive storm coming in from the west that covered Ireland last night. Bit of a tornado down south in Cornwall, ripping roofs off caravans left, right and centre. So it's going to be very windy today. Not really conditions I'd advise anyone going up this place, or any hillside or mountain today. It's very, very windy. But let me talk you through kit. So, Northern Ireland ASAC. I've got my representatives on there, Elf Heroes, Safa, and today, because I'm still in January doing the Tommy 10k challenge, I've got my Tommy 10k shirt, and what I'm going to do with that is just going to whack it through my webbing like that, and that's going to stay there with me. I've got 5 litres of water in my camel pack strapped at front of my day sack. I've got my day sack full of everything that you'd probably take on exercise or on summer camp. 22 kilos I think in there, but let's go with a 20 kilo limit just to keep myself safe. Webbing, I've got water, brew kit, I've got rags, you name it. I've got batteries for the camera, I've got chargers just in case it goes flat. I've also got some emergency kit in there along with my wallet and my phone as well, so I'm going to keep it nice and simple today. That's the kit. I'm going to head off down here now. I'm going to take you down. We're actually at the side of the River Dove in Dovedale. I'm going to take you down the River Dove. I'm going to take you over the stepping stones, because before we actually get to the base of the actual, let's call it a mountain, I need to cross over at river via stepping stones, and then what I'll do, I'll spiral up before I get to the summit and deliver that all-important message that I've got to deliver up there. So let's get to it. Right, that's me all kitted up and ready to go. There's my straw for my water. Always keep hydrated when you're doing stuff like this, people. Even though it's 2 degrees today and it's absolutely blowing at Olly everywhere and there's loads of moisture in air, you might think that you're not sweating, but believe me, you are sweating. Take your fluids on. Make sure that you constantly, whenever you feel like you need a drink, have one. And if you feel like you've not had one for a couple of minutes, have another. So I'm going to get my fluids down me, and we are going to set off down this path now. We're going to go downside at River Dove, get to the base of this mountain, and get up and deliver this message. So let's get stuck in. Right, so I've just started Strava. I'll put it on screen now. And clocking up extra Ks for the challenge. For those of you that don't know, every month I do at least one fundraising or awareness raising challenge for UK veterans and families of armed forces. And this month, January, it's the Tommy 10k. So if I'm ever out and I'm doing, like, you know, activities like this, I'll start Strava, clock up the distance, and then I can submit it onto the Tommy 10k page and show my efforts, just so people can see that us taking part are actually really getting stuck in. So I'll spin you around and show you where we are. So down the trail, bit of bridge that takes you over to the other side if you want to creep up that way, or down opposite side of this river here. But we are going this way, and part of today's mission is to get over the stepping stones, and that little point up there, that's where we've got to get to, because I've got a very important message for somebody. Boots on, not rubbing, nice thick socks on. ECW socks this time of year. You want to make sure that you've got plenty of coverage around your feet. Do not wear cotton socks. They will make your feet blister, they'll rub, they'll chafe. Get wool socks on if you can, some nice thick ones. Don't have your boots or footwear too tight. and you'll be fine. So, up there, that's where we're heading, to that very point at top. And again, the wind is absolutely terrible. All the path is flooded down here, so I'm going to have to try and go up and walk around it. Don't fancy getting wet feet this early on. So here we are at the stepping stones. Right, now we're over at stepping stones. We'll head round this base and then we'll slowly start the spiral up towards the top. So let's get to it. Feet a bit wet, but nothing too sinister. So let's get up here. Right, that path's closed because of how damaged it is. So we're going to head off this way. As soon as we get over that sort of ridge line there, we're then going to start heading upwards that way. Right, just come up to this corner now. Good view from here. Nature's garden. So, we're going to right wheel here, straight up that way. Probably another 300 metres and we'll be at the summit. But that's where we are so far. All the way round up this path. And that's the view from here. So, let's yomp on. Oh. And again, people, when you're doing this, keep your fluids going in. And that way, you won't exhaust yourself. Now, I'm all for going that way, right, gone that way for a while. And as you can see, I've got a change of headdress because nature decided to take my other one. So if you find my bush hat whilst you're up here in Dovedale or at Thorpe Cloud, it's got the Ukrainian flag on one side, British Legion on the other side. You're free to keep it. Anyway, oh, right. And just a quick one while we're in the middle of this. You know, I'm a big advocate of taking on water when you're out exercising, especially when you're in full kit and you're going up inclines like this. Make sure you put in plenty of fluid in your body. Otherwise, you'll exhaust yourself and you won't even realise it. So, I'm going to get to the top here now. Another 100 metres and we'll be at the summit. Anyway, let's get to the summit. The summit, the Thorpe Cloud, and this is the only one. Happy 7th birthday, mate, today. You're amazing, you make a great soldier, and you're making your family proud. Right, back to the bottom. Right. I'm going to carefully make my descent back down now. Take it nice and steady. Again, it's not a rush. Just a bit of extra distance. This is the way I came up to the top. I'm actually going to come round this way and down there this time, just for a bit of extra distance for the kilometres. And here we are, back down at the crossing. Not been able to talk through any of that coming back down because of the wind. Absolutely furious winds pushing through, so near enough no commentary whatsoever for this video, but we've done it. We're back down at the crossing. I'm going to get over here and make my way back car park bound. and then back to the car park. So sit rep. I'll put it here on screen. 6.17 kilometres, I think it is, we finished on. But we got to the summit and we got back down. That's the important bit. The mission was to get to the top and wish younger Ollie Love a happy 7th birthday for today, Saturday. Ollie, you'll make a great soldier when you're older, kid. You already look like you're a great one at the minute with what I've seen. Your family are really proud of you. Keep making them proud, mate. And if you want to grow up and you want to join forces when you're older, you'll be the perfect candidate for it. So, and it's been an honour to do today's challenge in your name, buddy. That's another episode for Veterans Mess HQ. If you've liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe. It's completely free of charge. And that way, any videos uploaded in future, you'll be first to be notified. And then, of course, if you want to go into the description and make a donation for RBLI, which I'm doing for this month in January, there'll be a link in there. It's non-obligatory. I'm not forcing anyone to make donations. Just by taking part in these challenges is massive awareness raising for our UK veterans. So please don't feel pressured to make a donation. And even if you put a quid in, like even I've put a few pound in before, just as a donation. So anything is a benefit. So please don't feel obliged to donate. That'll do it for today. I'll put it on the screen now. This one's not actually tallying up the RBLI site. It's not actually tallying up the kilometres I'm doing. It's letting me upload the kilometres like it is now, but then it's not showing me how many kilometres I've done. But it were a 10k challenge. I did it all on first day within 2 hours. So anything I do now, it's just a bonus and just extra awareness being raised for our UK veterans. So my bush hat went flying with the wind up there. We've got a horrible storm coming in from west that's blowing in from over Ireland. That's why you can barely hear a word I'm saying up there. So nature's taken my bush hat. It's got a Ukraine flag on one side and it's got a Royal British Legion poppy on the other. If you find it, keep it. It's yours. I'll gift it to you. I'm going to go straight off to Ripley now and go and buy another one. So we're going to get dried off. Go and get my boots in dry room. Get myself a nice warm bath. Get myself a good meal inside me. If you're doing this, people, make sure you look after your bodies. I'm going to go home, give my feet a good scrub. I'm going to make sure I get plenty of talc on them after I get out of bath or shower, depending on what you do. And I'm going to get them up. I want to be off them for rest at day. I want to let my feet breathe and let the blood circulate back around my feet. I'm not going to do anything too strenuous. And you shouldn't either. If you've pushed yourself a bit too hard just lately, just remember your limits, and your body's limits won't tell you when you've reached them. It's all up here. So just be careful, take it steady, and keep plodding on. Where to next? Well, we've done mountains, we've done towns. I say, why not go to the seaside? So, I'll see you on the next one.